What's up, guys, and welcome back to Bolt Action Ballistics. Today we are out here with my 6.5 Grendel. This is the Howa Mini Action 20-inch long barrel, and today we are loaded up with Barnes bullets. This is a 100 grain Barnes tipped TTSX bullet, and today we are going to do a 100-yard versus point-blank expansion penetration test on the stack of pine boards. There are 12 3/4-inch boards right here. Let's go ahead and get to shooting. We're going to get some results on 100 yards versus point-blank. Let's see what kind of differences we can get. Is it going to be a huge difference or a little difference or similar results? That's what we're here to find out. So let's get to shooting and see what kind of results we can get. Okay, so I have that stack of boards out at 100 yards. See what kind of results we get. So here we go. Okay, gun's clear. Let's go see if we even hit the thing. Not 100% sure where these 100 grain Barnes TSX bullets are shooting. This gun here is sighted in for my 123 grain hand loads, so hopefully we hit it. Let's go check it out and see if we hit it. Okay, so we had a good hit, but our bullet went through all 12 pieces of pine boards, so I brought it back and I added 5 pieces of plywood to it. Go ahead and see if we can catch it around this time. So here we go. Okay, let's go check that out. Gun's clear. Okay, so let's take a look at our results here on the 100-yard shot. So to start off with, our first shot at 100 yards was from this board to here, and our first shot just went clean through everything. So I added these 5 boards of plywood to it. They're quite a bit harder, tougher, and I think the wind actually made me hit there. I was aiming dead center. We got quite a breeze blowing out across that field, and we hit right there, and I can already see where the bullet's at. I mean, it's in there a little ways, but I can see the bullet in there. We had a good hit, I guess. We're going to go with it. We're going to go ahead and do our point blank shot and see what kind of results we can get. Okay, so before I do this point blank shot, I do want to say that results probably could vary slightly on a multiple shot test, but we're just doing this results on a one-shot test. One shot at 100 yards, one shot at point blank. If I were to do 3 shots at 100 yards, results maybe could vary a little bit on penetration, but I'm mainly going on expansion on this. So let's see what kind of results we can get here at point blank. We'll tear it apart and look, see what kind of results we can get. Okay, we got a good dead center hit there. Let's check it out. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. We're going to go ahead and tear this thing apart and count our boards and compare our expansions. 100 yards to point blank. Okay, so here's the 5 pieces of plywood. Both of them went through our plywood. Cut this tape out of the way. Okay, so our second shot really split these boards into half. Our first shot, I didn't notice a split on this side. Our second shot, I noticed that a lot of these are split. So that's 5. This would be 6. 7, 8, 9, and right here's our 100-yard bullet on board 9, and it did not go into board 10. our point blank is in board 10. So we're really only one board off from 100 yards to point blank. Question is, let's take a look at our expansion. It's literally sitting right here. Let's take a closer look at it before I actually tear into it. Show you guys how this bullet was sitting here. Take a look at it. Okay, so our 100-yard bullet was sitting right here somehow. And that's our point blank bullet right there, one board further in. So we're going to get that tore out of there and take a look at our expansion. Okay, here it goes. I'm going to break this board. Yeah, it's stuck in there pretty good. Okay, we actually do have a difference on expansion. Let's take a closer look at these side by side. You can see this one's got more expansion than that one. And our point blank shot was buried all the way clean to there. And our 100-yard shot was just sitting on top of there. So that's some pretty wild results. Okay, so here's a fresh one out of the box. And here's our 100-yard shot and our point blank shot. You can see here our 100-yard shot's a little bit taller. And our point blank shot peeled down a little bit further, a little bit more expansion. So that's the results we got on that. That's some pretty crazy stuff. So this is just a quick example of a one-shot test, 100 yards versus point blank. Could we get different results if we would have shot more than once at 100 yards? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But this is just a quick test to show that point blank from 100 yards really isn't a huge difference, but it can vary a little bit. Now, I wonder what would happen if we were to try water jug tests at 100 yards and point blank, what kind of expansion and what kind of penetration that would be. But that would involve a lot of setting up, carrying stuff out to 100 yards. And this was just kind of an easier way to test it real quick. I know I get a lot of comments saying that wood penetration test is a pointless test. I'm just out here to have a little bit of fun, and this was a quick, easy way to do this test. So I went with this wood penetration test, and it turns out that plywood actually slowed the bullets down quite a bit faster than I was expecting to. But that's the results we got on today's video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next one.